Hi guys, a few things I want to do today, but probably the first thing I'll do is I've got this empty cereal box. It is empty. I've just emptied it and glued the top back on to give it a bit of strength. We were going through our cupboards and found this. Best before 08/08 2018. So probably not the best thing to eat at the moment. 2 years old, or 2 years past its best before date. So I'm going to make something with it. I'll probably make a balloon powered car. That's what I've got in mind at the moment, because I've done a few of them. But I usually use CDs for the wheels, and I was wondering whether I could use some bottle caps off our bottles of milk. If I join two together, put tape around them, that'll give us a wheel. Barbecue skewer for the axle, and instead of having the axle turn, I'm thinking of making the holes big enough in the wheels for the wheels to spin on the axle. So the axle is just to tape it on the front here somewhere, and then have the wheels on the outside spinning. So I'll need something to keep the wheel away from the edge and something to stop it falling off the end of the thing. The bottle caps we used to get with the milk we used to have a little dimple right in the middle, so you knew where the middle was. So we've changed, or the place we buy the milk from has used a different manufacturer, because these don't have a little dimple in the middle. This one, I don't know if I hold that right, you can see it's got a little dimple there. That's not a milk bottle cap, but I did notice that's got that in the middle there. So if I put a hole in that and then put that in there, because it's a perfect fit, I can then mark a hole in the middle of there. There's other ways of finding the middle, but when I was going through my box full of bottle tops that I have, or bottle caps, I noticed that. So with that one, if we make a hole right in the middle there, it probably split now in my luck. Well, that should give us as close to the middle as we're going to get. I think even that's gone off centre a little bit, which is annoying. Probably won't matter too much, it just means that the wheels will bounce up and down a little bit. They won't be perfect. But yeah, if I do that and then push that through there, I get a hole in the middle. I just thought that was a convenient way of marking them up. I don't expect you'll be as lucky as that to find a convenient way of finding the middle of your bottle caps. You might have to judge it by eye. You can measure it, and there's various ways of measuring it. You could even get a compass, draw a circle the right size, so you've got the centre of it automatically, because your compass will be putting a point right in the middle, and then you could lay that on top of the cap to get your centre. On the other hand, if you're lucky and your milk bottles have got the caps that have got the dimple in the middle anyway, then life is easy. Right, what I'll probably do is use an electric drill to make these holes bigger, or I could use my favourite tool that I've shown in a few of my videos, which is a nail on a stick that I heat up. Yeah, I might show you that. There we are, literally a nail on a stick, so that I can put that in a hot flame, heat it up. You can see I've burnt it a few times, but it keeps your hands well away from it. And then if I push that through there, that will melt a nice hole, and the hole will be of that diameter, which will be a loose fit on there. So I'll go and do that. If you haven't got a nail on a stick, then you could use any pointy instrument to just make that hole bigger. I'll go and try my nail on a stick though. It will make a bit of a smell, so I'll have to open the open the door in the kitchen to let the fumes out. There we go. So I've just melted those holes through there. Better just check if they're a good loose fit. Yes, they are. So next thing to do is a bit of tape. Tape them together. That's probably going to be harder to do than everything else. Well, that was a lot harder to do than I expected. I think if you have a friend who could hold it for you while you put the tape round, ideal. But I don't have a friend. I do have Nanny, but she's otherwise occupied. So what I did do is I used this. I think some narrower tape would be good as well, because that's a little bit too wide. I clamped it together. I've just overdone that. And you've got to try and get the tape all the way around it. Obviously you can't just wrap it round because that's in the way. So, this is going to take a long time. That's not working as well as the first one did. I've done it up too tight. I won't edit this out of the video because I want you to see that it's not easy, and if you struggle, don't give up. I do think some narrower tape would be better. This is just too wide. Narrower tape and a friend who can hold it for you. Yeah. That is by no means perfect. I shall trim the edges off as well because we don't want the edges sticking out. Well, I did those two with insulation tape and it wasn't any easier. So we'll just go with what we've got. So we've got 4 wheels. We just put a point on that end, so we've got a point on both ends. It'll make it easier to guide the wheels on. And we need a spacer inside and outside to stop it falling off and to stop it rubbing against the bodywork. I'll just file a bit of a point on here. So I'll take this across there. I'm hoping by using the edge of the box we should be able to keep the wheels parallel front to back. You could just put them on like that, but we really need something just to keep them away from the edge of the bodywork. So I'll get a drinking straw. Right, drinking straw. It's about 1/4 inch or so, probably a little bit bigger. Right, straight. That one there, that one there, another one on there, and then we need something to stop it coming off. So I've got some more bottle caps. I've made a small hole in. That's the theory. I might have to change my ideas in a minute, but we'll see how that works. How about if we don't put that on? That's a bit of a tight fit. That is going to cause a problem if it's too tight. You might be able to get away without having a spacer on the outside. think I'm going to cut these a bit longer, not shorter. Right, well, that's 4 wheels. I'll just give it a push on the floor and see how it runs. Not as free running as they would be if they were CDs. But we'll see if we can get it to run with a balloon on it. Right, what we need now is a suitable tube to hold the end of the balloon. Now, I've got this that came off of one of these things you might recognise. You blow into it and it makes a noise and opens up. Another one I did, I used the tube from a felt tip pen. I've also 3D printed lots of tubes as well, but I think I might just use this one because it's convenient. It needs to be about the size of the neck of the balloon, obviously. If it's a bit small, you can wrap rubber bands around the balloon afterwards to help it grip. The size of the hole at this end is what will determine how long the balloon lasts. If it's a big hole, all the air comes out quickly. You get a big burst of power to push the car forwards, but it doesn't last very long. If you make that hole small, then the air takes longer to come out, so the balloon lasts longer, but it has less power pushing it forwards. So I have been using small balloons. These are a little bit bigger, so I'll try these. It's just for old stock that I've got stored away, and I've run out of the smaller ones. So that's going to go on there. That may just blow off. You may need to put a rubber band around it to hold it. Just depends on the size of your tube compared to the size of the neck of the balloon. And all I'm going to do is put a bit of tape on there to hold it in place. You could cut a piece of cardboard with a hole in it and push it through. If you had a bit of spare cardboard. We'll go with this for now. I'll just tape it in place, see if it works. Yeah, that might work. I'm a bit worried about just taping it in place, so I suspect the tape will come loose. Doesn't seem to be very strong, this tape. More for luck. Right, so what I'm going to do is blow that up and let it go. Right, I'm squeezing it to stop the air coming out. Get my finger over the end. I have to say that went better than I expected. What it doesn't do is it doesn't roll on as well as one with CDs for wheels would, because they've got much less friction. We'll give that one more go, see if we can go any further. I might try go in the opposite direction. About the same distance. Okay, one last go the opposite way. I think I blew it up a bit further this time. Oh, not quite the full distance. Still, that will do. I think using a bigger balloon has helped, because the other balloons I've been using are much smaller. But yeah. There we go, a balloon powered car made from a cereal box, plastic bottle caps or bottle tops, sticky tape, a couple of bamboo canes or barbecue skewers, and that's it. Oh, and obviously a balloon and a suitable tube. Just occurred to me that somebody will want to know how much better would it go with CDs for wheels. So I've put CDs on for wheels and we'll give it a run. Okay. Try and point it in the right direction. Alright, so I didn't point it in the right direction. I usually send them off to the right and they hit the right hand side wall, so I overcompensated. Straight. Yeah, much easier with CDs for wheels. Oh, left a bit. Give that one more go, see if we can do the full distance. There we go. So both directions, easily do the full distance, same balloon, same pipe, put CDs for wheels instead of those little bottle caps. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.